Hello and welcome back to the Right Within podcast. I'm your host, Michaela, the Conscious Queen, and in today's podcast, we are going to be talking about 4 spiritual books that have helped me along my journey. I absolutely love these books I'm about to share with you guys. They're full of really good, esoteric knowledge about the spirit, about your spirit, about how to kind of just live this holistic life, where you're able to manifest the things that you want and live the desired life that you wish to live. So the first book is The Power of Your Subconscious Mind by Joseph Murphy. I think it's Dr. Joseph Murphy. But yeah, so this book is absolutely amazing because it kind of gave me awareness of my subconscious or unconscious habits. Right, because we have the conscious mind and then we have the unconscious mind or the subconscious mind where, we kind of just do things without actually even thinking twice about them. It's just kind of like a program. So this book allows us to kind of reprogram ourselves to live a happier lifestyle or to live the lifestyle that we desire. So the first quote is, imagine the happy ending or solution to your problem, feel the thrill of accomplishment, and what you imagine and feel will be accepted by your subconscious mind will bring it to pass. So yeah, that's one of the quotes. I'm going to be sharing 2 quotes from each book so that you guys can get an idea of what each book is about. But I love this quote because it just kind of emphasizes the power of your imagination, the power of kind of really feeling what that lifestyle would be like, the lifestyle that you wish to experience, really kind of giving your subconscious mind the emotions and giving yourself a mental picture of what your dream life would basically look like. And he's basically saying here, the more you do that, the more your subconscious mind is trained to bring it to you. So your subconscious mind will manifest it into reality. Super powerful stuff, okay? And let's get to the second quote. The second quote that I picked out was, remember that a thankful heart is always close to the riches of the universe. Okay, that's from page 55. So I love this quote so much because it talks about gratitude, and we all know that gratitude is one of the highest vibrations that there is. One of the highest frequencies that you can be on is gratitude. So when you are thankful for something, when you have a thankful heart, it opens up doors, opportunities, things that you never even thought you would experience start happening, like miracles. These awesome things start happening because you have this attitude of gratitude. I'm gonna say it again, attitude of gratitude. Okay. So that's what he's talking about here. He's saying being grateful, being grateful for the life that you have right now. We all have dreams and goals, things that we would like to accomplish, but it's really powerful, and it's really cool when you can just pause and you can say, oh yeah, but like, look at what I have right now. Like, this is actually pretty cool, what I've manifested so far. So yeah, I love that quote. Just, always remember to be like grateful, and that opens up a lot of doors. Okay, so yeah, and then the second book that I absolutely love is Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. Now, this is supposed to be a finance book on, how to, make millions or whatever, but I found it to be very spiritual as well. So I'm just going to share some quotes from the book that stood out to me. And the first one is, a quitter never wins and a winner never quits. Okay, this is from page 118. So I think this is so important because I feel like this just speaks to everything challenging that you experience in life. If you bump into a challenge and you just decide to say, okay, I'm not gonna do it anymore, like, then that definitely makes you a quitter. But like, the thing about life is, like, if you have a goal, a dream, something that you really want to accomplish, you become a winner when you just don't quit, right? You become a winner when the obstacles present themselves and you just decide to keep going anyway. You just decide to say, you know what, I know why I'm doing this. I guess a great example of this would be getting some sort of certification or some sort of like degree or some sort of like training, right? It takes time, right? And so, yeah, the day-to-day can be a little bit rough. You have to get up, you have to do it every single day and go through the motions, right? But when you look back on it and you get like the certification or your degree or whatever, you're gonna say, okay, I see why I didn't quit. I see why I didn't give up, because now I have this thing that is so valuable and it's so worth my time, so worth my energy, and I'm so happy I didn't quit, right? So that's what that quote, I think, is saying. If you quit, then you definitely won't win, right? If you give up too soon, then you definitely won't win. But a true winner is able to experience adversity and still keep going, and still say, I just know that I just have to keep going. I just know that I have goals and I'm gonna make my dreams come true, okay? So that's a really powerful quote, and I'm gonna read the other one. Every person who has been moved by genuine love knows that it leaves enduring traces upon the human heart. The effect of love endures because love is spiritual in nature. Even the memories of love are sufficient to lift one to a higher plane of creative effort. That's from page 225. So this talks about the high vibration of love, right? So there was another quote that I read from the previous book about gratitude. This one is about love. So they're both high vibrations that help us manifest, right? So what this quote is basically saying is the power of genuine love allows us to be creative, right? Even like remembering really awesome moments in your life where you felt loved and seen and appreciated, those kind of that energy can inspire creative effort in your life, right? And that's from genuine love, right? So I just thought that was interesting because I really believe love moves mountains, guys. I don't know. In my experience, I have found that the power of love is so important, and it's so real when we move from this place of love and not fear. It's kind of like that's when these things just kind of happen, like these amazing, unexpected kind of blessings just come into our life because we're not moving out of fear, but we're moving out of this love energy, and that inspired us creative energy, right? So yeah, I totally love this quote because it allows you to remember that like love is a very powerful emotion. It lifts you up to a higher vibration, and it enables you to be like a bit more creative and start creating things in your world that you would like to see. Okay, so yeah, and the third book is a really good book. It's The Alchemist by Paulo Coelho. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but it's like one of the best books I've ever read. It's about a young man, and he basically leaves his home to pursue his personal legend, right? And basically the kind of theme of the whole book is you have to kind of leave behind your old life to fulfill your greater purpose, like your greater dream in life. So he's the alchemist, or like the main character in the book. He's this guy, and he basically is a farmer. Like, he has sheep, and then he kind of just travels the world. He meets different people, and all of this is to help him achieve his goal in life, his purpose. So the first quote that I want to share, and I don't have page numbers because this is audio book, but it says, whenever you want something, all the universe conspires to help you achieve it. And I really believe this is so true. When you decide on something, everything in your world, the higher power, God, universe, is literally working 24 hours a day, 7 days a week to make it happen. Okay? Like, I can't stress this enough. Like, anything that you want, any sort of desire that you want, the universe is right behind you making it happen, conspiring to make it happen for you. If it's from a place of love and like for the good of all and harm to none, the universe is literally there just like making it happen, right? So I guess this is important because it serves as like a reminder to us that if we don't see it right away, that doesn't mean that's not happening. It just means that the universe is still working on it. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I love that quote. And then the second quote is, making a decision was the only the beginning of things. When someone makes a decision, he is really diving into a strong current that will carry him to places he never dreamed of when he first made the decision. The Alchemist. So this is really powerful, right? So what does this mean? This means that when you make a decision, right, when you choose something for your life, you don't necessarily know where that decision is going to take you. All you really truly know is, okay, this is how I want my life to go, and I'm going to follow my heart. I'm going to follow my intuition. I'm going to honor myself, and I'm going to go after my goal. But you never know where it actually takes you. But the great thing is that the universe is there every step of the way, right? So back to the earlier quote, the universe is always conspiring to help you achieve your goal. So no matter where you go, no matter what happens to you, once you make that decision, like let's say you make a decision that you want to succeed, you want to be happy, you want to live a good life, once you make that decision, there are different things that will happen, but just know that the universe is always there behind you, always on your side, supporting you. Okay, so I love that quote as well. It just kind of reminds us that you just have to take the leap of faith, and it'll take you to different places, but it'll never lead you down the wrong path. You see what I'm saying? It will always be for like your highest good and your involvement. Okay, involvement or evolution. There we go, for your evolution. All right, so yeah, I love that book. And then the last book that I'm gonna talk about today, I saved the last one, the longest one for last, but it's called The Four Agreements by Don Miguel Ruiz. I love this book so much. He has like a series of these, but I only read The Four Agreements so far, and I love how he is so, like, I guess, very objective about things. He just kind of says it in a way that allows you to understand it, right? So this book is just about 4 agreements that you make with yourself. I think they're like, never take anything personal. I think another one is do your best, always do your best. The other one is I don't know. Those are like the 2 that I remember, but there's 2 more. So yeah, I'm gonna read one of my favorite quotes from this book. It's if you take action just for the sake of doing it without expecting a reward, you will find that you will enjoy every action that you do. Rewards will come, but you are not attached to the reward. You can even get more than you would have imagined for yourself without expecting a reward. If we like what we do, if we always do our best, then we are really enjoying life. We are having fun, we don't get bored, we don't have frustrations. And that's from page 80. And I really love this quote because it kind of teaches people not to have extrinsic motivation. And basically what that means is like, oh, if I do this, then I get this type of thing. Instead of saying, if I do this, I can just do it and not expect anything in return, right? That's when, like, I don't know, it's kind of, I feel like the universe blesses us tenfold, because you're not doing this thing because you're gonna gain something out of it. You're doing this thing because you genuinely, just want to do it for the sake of doing it. It's like when you give somebody a gift, you don't expect anything in return. You just want to see them happy, right? You just give them that gift so that they can have joy, right? So that's what I really love about this quote. It kind of just reminds us that if you do things just kind of without an expectation attached to them, it can be really rewarding, because you just kind of allow it to, allow that joy to just come in, right? And hey, sometimes when you do things and you don't expect anything in return, that's when you get blessed tenfold, right? So yeah, you really can have fun when you live from a place of not expecting anything, right? So when you do something, you just do it, and that's it. You're happy with just doing it, just completing it, or giving somebody that joy, right? And not really expecting anything in return, okay? So the second quote I'm going to share with you guys is, when you feel good, everything around you is good. When everything around you is great, everything makes you happy. You are loving everything that is around you because you are loving yourself, because you like the way you are. That's from page 53. Because you are content with you, because you are happy with your life, you are happy with the movie that you are producing, happy with your agreements with life, you are at peace and you are happy. You live in a state of bliss where everything is so wonderful and everything is so beautiful. In that state of bliss, you are waking love. Oh, I think it says you are walking love all the time with everything that you perceive. Well, I think it says watching. I'm sorry, guys. Sometimes I can't even read my own handwriting. It's really bad. But I guess the premise of this quote is basically saying, like, your emotions are really important. Like, if you're happy, everything's gonna be good. If you're content within yourself, everything else will be fine. You know what I'm saying? Like, so that's why I really stress to you guys that, like, self-love is so important. Pouring into yourself, loving yourself, putting yourself first, okay, and creating joy for yourself, not really looking on the outside for other people or things to give you joy, but just creating that joy for yourself, right? And just finding the inner peace, because when you have that inner peace, it really doesn't matter what's happening in your world, you're good. You see what I'm saying? It doesn't matter if the building's falling down, or if there's like if there's like complete chaos. If you have that inner peace, that sense of self, and you are content, you're happy with who you are, it doesn't matter what is happening, nothing can faze you, basically. So whether you're in a peaceful environment or a chaotic environment, if you have that inner peace within yourself and you have that love right, you can just kind of change your perspective on things. And we all know that perspective is very important, like especially when we live life. If you look at, somebody else's greener grass, you're always going to feel like that grass is greener. But if you kind of water your grass, right, water your garden, pay attention to the things that need attention in your life, and you really work on those things, you can realize, wow, my garden is actually fucking pretty. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you take your attention away from all the negative things in your life and you put your attention on all the good things that's happening, they become better, right? And so I hope that makes sense. That was all that I have for you guys today. Thank you so much for tuning in to my podcast. Next week we will be talking about scripting, the power of scripting, the things that you would like to have in your life, or the lifestyle that you would like to live. And stay tuned for that. I will see you next week. Stay right within.